I contracted a nasty bug a couple of weeks ago and it just will not let go. Can you hear it? I will not malign the person or persons who likely infected me. I'll just say, ain't nobody got time to be sick. Instead of pointing fingers, I have pulled up my most comfortable chair and I'm sharing 10 cozy things that actually help me feel better while I feel crummy. Hi everybody, I'm Allison Moore-Smith, and yes, this voice is the raspy reality version of me right now. I'm trying to keep a consistent schedule, so I'm attempting a one-shot wonder vlog to save time and my voice. So, here are the things that make this recovery less miserable and a little more cozy. First, I'm gonna get to 3 more technological things and get them out of the way so we can get onto the cozy holistic goodness. But I'll show you what's helping me breathe, rest, and stay moderately comfortable through bronchitis. Let's start with number 1. This is the Lunino Air Purifier Air Humidifier Combo. This little guy runs in the background and helps you breathe in air that is cleaner and less dry. I'm trying to avoid the M word. You just add salt and water and turn it on. I keep it by my bed at night and next to my grandma chair during the day. Number 2 is the Navage Nasal Irrigation System. Okay, this is not cute and it's kind of gross, but it works. It's completely painless. I use it once or twice a day and it clears out everything. If you've ever used a neti pot or a Neomed, the squeezy bottle, it's kind of the same principle, but it works better in my opinion. The Neomed is a bottle you fill with water and saline solution and you put it up to your nostril and you basically squeeze it, hoping that the mucus drains out the other side. It does work, but the difference with this is you fill this with saline and you put it up to your nose and turn it on. And when you turn it on, it electronically sucks out one side. So rather than pushing it up and around, it sucks out as much as it can from one side and then you flip it around and suck it out the other. If you're very stuffy, this can save you. I use it once or twice a day and it clears everything out. 20 seconds of weirdness per side and I get hours of relief, totally worth it. I will give one caveat. I have one son who apparently has a deviated septum that's so deviated that it doesn't really connect. So it doesn't work for him, but otherwise, great find. Number 3 is this portable nebulizer. This little guy moves through your lungs and respiratory tract. Typically, I use it with hydrogen peroxide or diluted hydrogen peroxide. Sometimes it's a little irritating, it stings a bit, or makes me cough, so diluting it helps. This is very small, and my husband even travels with this, so when he's feeling a bit of a cold coming on, he just knocks it out right away with this. For this bronchitis, I finally got a different solution, and I hit it with this sterile sodium chloride solution mixed with colloidal silver. Now with this unit, all you do is open up the top and you fill it with your solution, hydrogen peroxide or a mixture. With the sodium chloride, I just take one of the tubes, squeeze it in here, and then fill the rest with the colloidal silver. This has worked very quickly to help ease the coughing. So I'm a proponent. I haven't formally reviewed any of those 3 items, even though I've been using them for months and sometimes years. For now, I'll spare you the demonstrations, but watch for that review coming up because 'tis the season. Now to some things that are a little more fun and cozy. Number 4, my bathrobe. I love this bathrobe. I have done a review of this bathrobe. I bought this bathrobe for my husband and my daughter as well as myself. I love this so much that I actually have paid extra baggage fees to take it on an airline so that I feel right at home in my hotel. I've had this for years and I love it. It's like a luxury resort robe. I did a review on this some time ago, so I'll link that in the description. I truly love this. I truly do. To go along with that are these plush slippers. I only got these a few weeks ago, but I'm asking for a second set for Christmas, probably in a different color. These are warm and cozy and comfortable. They're easy to put on. I also did a full review of these, and I'll link to it in the description as well. They might be a little bit too warm and cozy for summer, but for this time of year, they are perfect. These are my work slippers, and I wear them most every day when I work at home. Love them. Number 5 is my sauna with red light therapy. One of our midlife makeover projects was remaking one of our old kids' bedrooms into a sauna room. We bought a 2-person home sauna made by a company called Sunlighten. I was not a sauna person, but now I use it multiple times a week, usually for 30 to 45 minutes per session. I generally just read a book or listen to a podcast while I'm sweating it up in there. I use it with a secondary red light therapy panel. It has a couple of little red lights, but the panel is a great addition, and I'll show you that. Here is our sauna, and I really have come to love it. And I also love our little fountain that we have right next to it. Here's my red light panel. I just plug it in and set it up by the sauna when I'm going to do a session. I realize this is kind of a luxury spend, but if you have the room and resources for it, it's a great thing for your health. Number 6 is a detox bath. Every other day or so, I run a very warm bath with this great cold and flu concoction. The ingredients are simple. 1 cup of Epsom salt, 1 cup of baking soda, and then 2 tablespoons of ground ginger. You can add some essential oils, especially ones that help get up in your head if you want. Mix all the ingredients into a warm bath and soak for 15 to 20 minutes. For both the sauna and the bath, I want to stay hydrated, especially the sauna. And I make my own carbonated water in my sparkle carbonator. And then I add electrolytes by a company called Just Ingredients. Grape is my favorite flavor, which is super odd since I never like grape flavoring, even though I love grapes. So sparkling water, grape electrolytes, Blue Hawaiian is my second favorite flavor. And I squeeze in a little lime and put it in my hydro jug. Perfect. Sip it all day long. Number 7 might sound dumb, but it's my Ricola honey herb cough drops. And I have some different kinds of flavors. Now, these aren't perfect, but I think they're better than a lot of the over-counter meds you can get. I will never do the NyQuil or any of that stuff again. The active ingredient in these is menthol, which certainly helps clear out your head, and it does ease the cough and open up the airways. They also have elder, horehound, hyssop, lemon balm, linden flowers, mallow, peppermint, sage, thyme, wild thyme, and they list those as inactive ingredients, but personally, I think they're active. I think they just have to say that, but I'm not a scientist. Anyway, these have worked for me to calm my cough, help me sleep. Love them. Number 8 is this elderberry tonic. Last year, one of my daughters gave me a bag of this elderberry immunity tonic kit. I made it up and took a tablespoon every morning last year. I'm not making any medical claims, but I took care of all manner of sick people as usual, as moms do, and I did not get sick myself. This year when I started feeling it coming on, I went looking for my tonic and realized I was out. I ordered 2 packs, but it took a little bit to get here and I wish I'd had it from the start. I will not run out of this again. It's a magic elixir. Now this is made by Ruby and Sage Apothecary. It's simple to make and I did it as soon as it arrived. I'll show you. You can tell I'm still sick and I just got my magic elderberry immunity tonic kit from Ruby and Sage Apothecary, and I'm so excited to have it back. So I'm gonna make it quickly right now. Put in my 4 cups of water and dump in all the goodness right in there. Now I'm just gonna bring this to a boil and then cover and reduce the heat and simmer for 40 minutes. It says 30 to 40, but I like to do it 40. So here we go, we're gonna turn off the heat and you'll see the bubbling goodness
We're just gonna let this cool for a bit with no heat on. It smells so good. It's cooled down quite a bit. I'm just gonna strain. I wanna push out as much of the juice as I can. And then I'll continue to strain the elderberries. Now I'm gonna bring in my local honey. Today I'm gonna be using Honeyman raw honey. It is really from a local beekeeper. So maybe I'm royalty since Meghan Markle said you should have a local beekeeper. I feel very bougie. So I'm gonna use a half cup. I'm just gonna mix this in to the warm juice. Not hot, make sure it's just lukewarm when you mix the honey in, just to get it well incorporated. Now I've got it in my beautiful glass jar. Put on the lid. You can see that. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take 1 tablespoon up to 3 times daily for adults and 1 teaspoon up to 3 times daily for children 1 year plus. I take this all winter. I wish I'd started it earlier. The formula will stay good in the refrigerator for up to 2 months and up to 6 months in your freezer. So here you have the wonderful Ruby and Sage Apothecary Elderberry Immunity Tonic. Yum, yum. I'm gonna go have some.
Keep an extra of these on hand. You will not be sorry. Oh, and when you order, it will probably show up as Simply Natural, so don't be confused by that. I love supporting entrepreneurship and small businesses, and this lovely lady sent me a nice little note and this lemongrass and turmeric soap sample. So I'm excited to use this because I love natural soaps. Please check her out at rubyandsageapothecary.com. This is not sponsored. I just love this stuff. Number 9 is oregano oil. This is great stuff. You can get drops or capsules. I prefer the capsules, but I have to eat something along with it or I get a little nauseous. Just start this as soon as you're exposed to something or start feeling not so great. Number 10 is herbal tea. I've only recently become a fan of herbal teas. If you watched my tea time ritual, you'll remember that. But right now, chocolate raspberry, chocolate peppermint, and lemongrass are my favorites. I also just got this last week and tried the turmeric citrus ginger, and I really liked that too, and it did feel good. So grab a cute mug and fill it with some warm and comforting tea. Bone broth is also a great thing to sip when your throat isn't feeling great. So what about you? What is your go-to comfort when you're under the weather? Please drop it in the comments so we can all gather the best cozy cold and flu or bronchitis ideas. So that's my Feel Better Fast lineup, a mix of practical tools and comforting rituals, but I have 2 bonuses. Bonus tip 1, if you're up to it, get some fresh air and sunshine every day. As my grandson says, Lolly, I need to get some sunlight into my eyes, and he's right. Bonus tip 2, if you're interested in holistic kinds of health and healing, and I hope you are, and you should be, I highly recommend Barbara O'Neill. This is her book, Sustain Me, and it is worth every penny. Such a great resource. So, thanks for keeping me company while I croak my way through recovery. I'm hoping to feel better in a few days. If you're on a midlife journey, please hit subscribe and come along with us. And save this video for when you're ready to stock up for the winter season. The not so good part of the winter season. The other part's really great. Remember, thriving in midlife isn't about feeling perfect. It's about showing up, cozy robe and all. See you next time.